When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot, better show me what you got. Red beam. Welcome to another smashing episode of Podcast with Soul. My name is Samuel Soul. On today's episode, man, we're having Spamandla Ndlovu.
Yeah.
He's a podcaster. He's into fashion. He's into radio. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Shout out to the watchers or the listeners. Which one? The
How does it feel? How does it feel to you to be on the other side where you get to be asked questions and not asking questions?
yeah. It's different. It's different. I mean, this is like my first interview, and I mean I'm into radio, so I chose radio as a passion.
So you say that you've never been on any platform like where you get an interview with an interview?
No ways. I've never. This is my first. There was actually a platform that wanted to have me on their show, like a video podcast. But then that was postponed, and then you came in. So I guess you like took me first.
Yeah. Today we're gonna be on the other side. We're gonna ask you a lot of questions. Like, just give the people at home a bit of introduction. What do you do? What's your podcast all about? You know.
Yeah. So I mean, for those who don't know me, I'm Spamandla Ndlovu, and I'm a podcaster / broadcaster. As you heard him say, I'm also into fashion as well, and also community care worker, which is another part that I like to own. But yeah, man, I'm just a creative at heart. You know, there's other things that I'm interested in as far as media is concerned. But then, I think I would initially like to put myself out there as a broadcaster.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
So what do you do for the community? I hear you saying that you're a community caregiver.
Yeah. So I mean, I've worked for, I won't mention the companies, but then I've worked for I think 2 companies in my community, where we sort of linked the youth of Deep Slot with necessary services as far as health is concerned. I mean. And also tertiary education, where we help them to access your universities, your colleges. So man, I mean, I've also worked in the clinics.
Doing what at the clinics?
Yo, bro.
It
Not really. But then like, it was more like sexual stuff. Like for people who want to come prevent, having talks with young ladies to have safe sex. And gents as well, pregnant teenagers, to support them, because some of them took pregnant, they freaked out. So yeah, I was one of the people who was there to sort of be with them and show support, basically. So yeah, that's basically what I did.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So with the podcast,
yeah,
when did you decide, man, I just want to start my own podcast?
Yeah.
And what kind of podcast is it?
So the format of my podcast, it's conversational. It's conversational. It's not like your question and answer. And one of the reason why I started the podcast, it was to motivate, bro. To motivate. Yes, there's a lot of podcasts, but many podcasts, they're about like drama, whatever. So mine, I wanted it to be like, to get to see that person that you see on television, or the person that is doing well on TikTok or whatever platform, and you actually hear them talk about how they got to where they are at that point. So yeah, my podcast is inspirational, a lot of gems, and yeah, it's just also about knowing the new fresh talent. Hey dog, me, I'm one person. I'm tired of the old, the old media
faces.
Yeah, bro. Someone is on TV, is on radio, is on whatever. I mean, yes, some creatives are multi-talented, but then now there's some people you can tell that this one should just stick to modeling or should just stick to this. So I think we are the upcoming fresh talent that should occupy that space. It's time. I think it's time for me. I think it's time, you know.
That's very dope.
Yeah.
Also, what do you think of the this thing of influencers getting radio gigs? Do you think it's killing radio, or what's happening?
Yo.
Because you find that it's me. They just check on my Instagram or whatever social media. They see that I'm having huge follow.
Yes.
The next thing they take me, they give me a morning drive.
It's crazy. For me, yeah, if they take an influencer, they need to make sure that they know what comes with radio. Because radio, the way I know radio is you need to make a listener feel like they have a friend, you know. You need to make the listener laugh. You need to be basically a friend. Yeah, make them laugh, encourage them from the morning. If you're doing a morning show, mid mornings, you know, late. So if they take an influencer and they put them there and they're not talented, that's because there are some influencers that perhaps maybe started with the influencer route, wanting to get to radio, right?
Okay.
I understand that, makes sense. But if it's someone who's just taking chances because there's an opportunity, and then it's just that also some radio stations as well, because they'll say, but radio is a business, so we need to make money. But then like not putting a listener as a secondary priority, because now it's like they say we want the people that follow this person
to actually listen to the show.
Yeah, to actually listen to the show. And then they listen to the show, they realize that I prefer Mutokore a vlog or it's in the beginning. So for me, it's just a matter of balancing from the radio station to also the person who is also an influencer. If you're talented, then yeah, sure,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
but if it's somebody that just has numbers,
if it's someone that has numbers, and there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah,
there's
it
a
seems
lot.
like it's the new trend in the industry at this point. It's like a new trend.
And it's so sad. It's so sad. As I said, with now I believe in fresh new talent. And if someone is not talented and they just keep on pushing, they are there on radio, bro, you can tell when someone, like the fact that now we can still mention shows that were done in other radio stations. You can mention that Shoya Mang Mang was the best. Shoya Mang Mang was the best. But right now, it's limited. The shows that we can mention, it's a few. Show Ela. Some you just mention them because it's a legend. So you're like, Shoya Mang Mang.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But do you think at some point the podcasts are actually gonna be bigger than radios, or they're gonna kill radio?
You see, one thing I will say is that radio lovers are very stubborn. I think radio lovers are very stubborn. As a radio lover myself, I think I prefer radio from podcasting. But then, podcasting, I think, also plays a role in people who maybe are too busy. Because podcasting, in fact, you can listen to it anytime.
Anyway.
It's not like live, and then if you don't listen to the show from 3 to 6, then you've missed it. You see, so you can always go back. You know, when you have time and you're from work, you can always go to the Soul podcast and then download there or stream it there.
And watch it later on.
Yeah, watch it later on. So for me, I feel like podcasting has its place, but radio no, bro. Radio, I think it has its place, and not even television is gonna move it. Yes, maybe we can say that some people no longer listen to radio compared to long time back, but then I don't. It's still not. I think there's still a lot of people.
So you think they're both gonna coexist?
Yes.
In the market?
Yes. I think they're gonna coexist, because now if you're gonna come to me and say radio and podcasting can't coexist, Oxalayo radio is radio and podcasting is podcasting, and so yeah, the fact that it's two different things for me, that's enough to justify the fact that the radio is gonna have its place, podcasting is gonna have its place. Yeah, well,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But as a podcaster, what kind of challenges do you face with that? Especially
Sure.
with the people that you interview.
Yeah, the first thing is load shedding. Yo, we struggle. Load shedding is the worst. First thing, the fact that it's something that you can't control, and sometimes with the scheduling you have to change your scheduling, and Toguti, when you reschedule, that person is busy and
At the time.
you. So that's the first challenge. That's the first challenge, and then also with brands wanting to be part of well, that one I don't think it's a challenge per se, but then also us as podcasters trying to analyze which brands can we work with either in the future. I think that's also what I'm struggling with, because I want to work with brands, but then brands sometimes they come with, okay, we can work with you, but then you can't keep on doing.
Yeah, you can't
This.
interview one
You
brand
see,
because one brand
you
doesn't
can't.
represent you, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So that for me is like, okay, I can't keep on doing this, but this is the foundation of my podcast.
Yeah.
You see, so those are the demands that you expect from a brand, because they come in with money, so they want you to feel.
Yeah,
You know,
always. Always want to make you feel who's the boss.
Yeah, they want you to feel.
Because as soon as the brands are on board,
Yeah.
there's certain things that you can't do anymore. There's certain people you can't
Yeah,
based on that.
yeah. Some Toluguti, maybe you have someone who maybe is in the industry and has worked with that
Brand,
company,
yeah.
that brand,
Yeah.
and then it didn't end well. So now you are about to have that person, you see. So now how do you work around that one? Yeah, but and then they now come and say no, we don't like the fact that you're gonna interview 1, 2, 3. So it's also us being stubborn as podcasters to say, this is my foundation. It's either you take it or you leave it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
So-
when you start a podcast,
Mm.
what was on your mind at the time when you decided, no, you know what, let me just start up my own podcast,
Yeah.
a platform that I can actually own,
Yeah.
and the platform that I can actually, open up doors for other people that I feel like they're not getting platforms anywhere else, they're not
Yeah.
getting interviewed on other platforms.
Yeah.
How was it? Were you nervous when you decided to start the podcast, or it was just one of the things that was on your mind, like it was
Yeah.
a plan in your plans?
Yeah. So you see, first of all, one of the reasons was because I wasn't part of any radio station. So I was like, I need to nurture the talent. I need to keep the fire burning. So podcasting was like the closest thing to radio, as I do the other stuff as well. So, and then secondly, I feel like there's a lot of people that need inspiration. A lot of people need to be inspired, and a lot of shows on television are more now on like parties, music. And I understand, yes, the media industry it's about that, right? But then we also have a goal as creatives to communicate with people out there, whether you're a model or whatever. Even when you're a model, they ask you, what are you going to do for the community, right? It brands you.
Brands, yeah.
You know, Huti Uzozi is all about education. Shudu is about 1, 2, 3, health or whatever. So also everyone in the creative industry has a sort of a message that they need to communicate to the people. So my message is to instill positivity, bro. Even when I'm on radio, I make sure that I try to push positivity, which you can do it, because the fact that there's one of each and every one of us shows that we all have a role to play in life, and I'm trying to do that with my passion. Yeah, so it was just to inspire, to keep the fire burning, and also to build my brand as well as Uspamandla, to put myself out there, which I think I'm doing well, and also to get to know the fresh new talent. On television, the big people are the ones who are being interviewed.
Yeah.
Someone is being interviewed for the fifth time on the same platform. You're like, what?
Yeah.
And they say almost the same questions. They just
Questions over and over and
over and over again. You're like, come on, bro, come on. That's why people like Slaker. I mean, I appreciate the fact that on his podcast or his YouTube platform, he's able to put in new artists and they come perform. That's even way better because it's time. And I feel like these big people sometimes, I think they do it on purpose, bro. I think they're not ready for the new talent, for the new singers, the new models.
So
new
what you're
podcasters.
saying is that at this point, the industry doesn't really want to open doors for the upcoming creatives.
To a certain extent, yes.
So they keep on recycling.
Yes,
people.
no, to a certain extent. That's why I think that's why our media industry is not it's not compatible with maybe the USA
US
one.
market, yeah.
And yes, we can say USA is one of the biggest countries, but come on, art is art at the end of the day. Dancing is dancing, and we need to be compatible. How are we compatible? For us to start being compatible here at home, there should be more. Corey Casper, when he releases a song, he should know which there's other people who might release as well, and there has to be competition. They shouldn't be like there's one person up there and then
Everybody else is down.
everyone is down.
And
Come
then-
on, all of us, we are talented. You know what I mean? As long as you are talented and you know your brand, you know what you want to communicate to the world, then you should be given a chance. You know, why aren't you given a chance? It doesn't make sense to me.
But
know?
so regarding to that, are you saying that also the Department of Arts and Culture? So you think it's not doing enough for the youth in general, like the creatives?
Hey, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. I think, man, like that guy has a lot of things to do. I think he has a lot of things to do. He has a lot of. That's why he wants to build flags.
But was that really necessary?
It wasn't.
Because if you could check the state of poverty in the country and also the creatives, why didn't you take that money and give it divided among creatives?
Yeah, because also in this, in our community, I think politicians do come and be like, they do a post that they're like, no, we want the youth to come tell us what they want as far as art is concerned. And then we pull through and people talk, they're like, no, you haven't done 1, 2, 3 for us, you haven't done 1, 2, 3 for us. And then they're like, yeah, okay, no, we'll definitely make a plan with that. We appreciate you guys for coming. And then as we have hope, that's the only thing we've left with. Like, okay, they said that they're going to do something.
Then they go and chow that money.
They go chow their money. A few years down the line, now, people are quiet. You try to find them, to find feedback, nothing at all. So the Department of Arts for me is not doing, I'm not saying they're not doing anything at all, but then if it's not enough, we shouldn't be afraid as artists to say it's not enough. Yes, you are doing 1, 2, 3, you're building flags for no reason, but then it's not enough. We need more. We need someone who's gonna be there and be present.
And also funding the youth.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of talent. I mean, Deep Sleuth on its own, I think Deep Sleuth has a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent, and there's other, another thing as well where that's why you see musicians being robbed of money and whatever. It's because, yes, you might have talent, but you need to know a bit of the business side of it.
Yeah, they just sign.
You see. So they just sign one about people to okay, it's a song with this person.
But you see, but regarding to artists, especially the youth getting robbed.
Yeah.
I think personally this is what I think, right?
Yeah.
Most of these people, they don't really read up those contracts.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, yeah.
I understand with the old generations, they'll sign because some of them, reading was not that big. But with this generation, I feel like, we can say whatever we want to say about the record labels, but people don't read. They don't want to read those contracts. They just want to sign. The fact that they're telling you, no, we're going to give you this much. Already you want to sign. Yes, I know. I know some are going to be like, no, poverty is because of poverty. They just want to get an opportunity. But once you get that contract, You need to read. Because I've seen a lot of young people making the same mistakes over and over and over with contracts because they don't want to read. Because if you can't read the contract, well, you know your friend Spanbani's uncle is a lawyer. Obviously, Spanban can ask for a favor. Then they read the contract for you before you sign.
Yeah.
Because we can't keep on blaming record labels over and over.
Yeah.
Because we see how some people don't really get robbed.
Yeah.
But some they do because they don't read and they're gonna come and cry, be like, yo, I didn't see this clause, I didn't see, but it was there.
You know what I'm
saying? So with that, people need to read, man.
But then it's fair. It's fair because with any other job, you have to read
the contract.
So also, I think what contributes is the mentality. About media. You know, media is taken as a hobby. It's like the thing that you do when you're bored.
And it's gonna pay you like
so,
a hobby.
Yes.
Taking like a hobby.
So I guess that mentality as well contributes in terms of you not, or us as creatives not putting more effort to find out more of that specific art that you wanna do. So I think also that contributes. It's so crazy that we still there's still people that view art as a hobby, and it's still crazy.
They're there.
But then
a lot of them.
But then I guess it is what it is, you know.
They'll be like, I do this on my spare time. When I 1, 2, 3, you know.
Yeah.
But if you could check, you know, the people that are taking art seriously, especially the youth, I feel like at some point, you know, we need to have a minister that actually cares about the youth. Actually, we need to have somebody who's young who understand what the struggle the youth goes through. In order for us to actually open up, and also the industry, we need to open up the industry. Because I feel like we can't be having too many gatekeepers, man. Like I remember this other time when I was studying the podcast, somebody was telling me that, bro, this Spanbad, you need to talk to Spanbad. He's a gatekeeper in that department. I'm like, no, man, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna branch out because I don't think the entertainment industry, if we keep on having people who close doors for artists because if they're better than them, they do something that it's gonna grow the thing. It's not gonna grow. Because there's too many creatives. Man. I've seen there's too many creatives. And I feel like creatives are not getting paid enough. Do you think radio stations are paying the youth enough?
The money, bro. The money. The money is something else, bro. The money is something else. Also, what we've just talked about, you know, there's some people that take advantage of creatives, you know, because there's a certain hunger that creatives have. You know? A certain different hunger from just the normal or other jobs. There's a hunger, bro, that is so crazy that you want to give out so bad. You want to talk to the people so bad through your art that sometimes
you end up
not you're not focusing on other things, man, on like contracts and stuff, you see. So it's so sad. My goal is for us to be compatible, bro. If overseas there's people that live from just dancing, they live off that.
I think in South Africa, the last time we had people doing that was in the early 2000s, bro. I don't think now there's somebody who can say, no, I'm living off dancing and all that.
Bro, and that is so touching, because I recently had a dancer on my show, and I was just watching her stuff. Talent. You literally get shivers. You see, so with this talent, why aren't we compatible? I think that's a question we need to ask ourselves. Why aren't we compatible with the USAs and stuff? Why aren't we also entering those competitions? Look at who's the actor who's now on Woman King.
Thuso.
Yes, Thuso Mbedu.
Yeah.
Come on. I think whatever she did to break the wall into the overseas market, come on, she's that's for me. We should be doing that. And defying the odds and being fired up to be compatible through your art. She's doing that through her art, which is acting. Yeah, but now she's like bro. If you can watch videos of Kanji, who's the lady she was acting with? I think she does like a lead role or something. She was really complimenting Guti. Come on, Tuso is something else. Even from the acting, you can just tell that, come on, this is talent. This is talent. Perhaps also people like about Trevor Noah, you know. I mean, yes, he's got the face and whatever, you know, but then we can't just say he's got the face and end there. He's talented.
Yes.
He's talented.
Yes.
He makes you laugh, you know, and that's what we need. We need to make sure that we are compatible with other parts that side, and I think that's the goal. We should be striving for that. It's just that there's certain people that are just like blocking, whether they are conscious or not conscious, but mostly conscious. They know that, okay, no,
This is what I'm doing.
yeah, this
And I'm doing this.
I'm doing this. They know that I'm doing this.
It's not like they don't know. They know.
Yeah,
They know.
they know. They
Close
know.
with-
And I'm not saying, you see, the other the big celebrities, it's fine to have them. It's fine to give them the flowers that they deserve. They've given us music. They've been the ones that communicated with us through their arts, for music, modeling, you know, presenters and whatever. But then we also need to give people a chance. You know,
Especially
there's
young
new
people.
fresh talent.
Especially young people. Man.
Yeah.
You can't be having one person do the same show for almost 30 years, 50 years. Like, oh, what's that?
You see, and that's why I'm saying also like radio management. I think they need to sort of sit down and find a balance in terms of radio being a business. I understand that part with
Yeah,
yes, they
the
need to make
business, they
money.
need to make
Obviously now you have to pay the presenters and whatever. But then there should be a balance in terms of how do we balance the business part of it, but also balance fresh talent. Yeah, we need fresh. Like there has to be someone that we don't know. Abo Fresh and whatever. They started people not knowing them. Yeah, there's where they started. We can't say, you know, Fresh no always has been. No. They started somewhere. Your more flavors, your whatever. There's a girl called Bulele Polisa. I don't know if people know her. She's now on 947. Personally, I've listened to her on UJFM.
Yeah.
When she was there, she was killing it, you know. And I think she has been given a chance, you know. And then now she's at 947 from UJ. I've followed her journey, you know. Even now, she's just been amazing. So that's the kind of talent that we need. Fresh talent that is talented, actually talented.
Not having the same face. So Sam is all over.
Same
You see,
face.
Sam is on radio, is on TV, is on newspaper.
Yo,
on everything.
it's like Jomo, isn't it? They say Jomo Cosmos.
Yeah,
Jomo
bro,
Cosmos.
get sued, bro. Yeah, I get sued, bro. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm
you're
talking about. Yeah. But
Yeah.
then, yeah, those are the things I'm talking about, Guti. You know, we just need to be compatible, and people should stop fighting for stuff, man. Talent has to be there. Perhaps maybe it's a situation of more platforms, maybe.
No, we have enough platforms.
We have enough platforms.
They're not enough, but I feel like there's space in those platforms.
So you see, so if there's enough platforms, then we start asking ourselves, then what is the problem? What is the problem? Why are we struggling so much, you know, as far as art is concerned?
Because in terms of art, art department should be far at this point.
You're far, bro. In South Africa, come on. I can mention a lot of people who who are just upcoming, who are
pretty good, like
pretty good. You like if this person performed with that person, power. Also, this other guy, this other Zulu guy, I forgot his name, Bongiseni or something. He performed with John Legend.
Oh, I've seen the clip on
Yeah,
TikTok.
he actually did a clip on TikTok, and then like he was just singing over John Legend's song. You see, talent. Now
It's big.
yeah. The fact that it took just for him, took
that few seconds and he's gone.
he's gone. Talent. It shows that we have talent. It's not that we don't have, but then there's just a lot of things that are going on. You see?
Yeah, that's okay. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
What's your take on these celebrity boxing matches? Do you think? Do you think they need to actually? Because I see even the weights, people are just fighting. People are not in the same weight class.
Yeah.
Do you think they should actually like regulate those matches?
I wonder with those matches, man. I think if because me personally, I'm starting to think that some acting vibes are coming out.
The other guys.
Yeah, that's for me. That's for me because come on. I think like the thing is if other creatives as well are not fools, I might not be a musician or a singer or a rapper, but then I'm able to know if someone is bap and they don't have bars. I'm able to see Hori. Yes, besides Hori, maybe I'm into radio, obviously music would be a part of me, but then come on. That's why you are able to say, there's a friend of mine who like saying that if you wanna go to like your big shows like your SS Got Talent and whatever, first perform go family how
but the family is gonna be like, yeah, you talk. Even in that celebrity, but the other one, the family was like, you can do it. You can fight.
Yeah.
And he got beaten up, but you think that it was what the Department of Arts and Culture was supposed to do a long time ago, introduce these friendly matches where they donate money to charities between celebrities.
Yeah. The thing is people like these stuff, ne? It's just how you do it. They have to be legit. You see. At the end of the day, people are not dumb. I want people at the end of the day, you might say, no, I'm gonna take out a track and because I'm this brand, they're gonna ultimately like it. No. They're gonna still want bars. 10 years later, I still want bars from Casper. I still want bars. I'm not saying Casper doesn't have bars, no. But then I'm just making an example. I still want AKA to do those nice samples. I still want people to give me the best. DJ Fresh, I still want him to give me the best radio show, more flavors. You know what I'm saying? So people, they see when they're like, okay, now Bella, now you are playing with us. Is
it the fact that somebody's gonna be on top for 10 years, not even competition? It's what makes them to be lazy, not want to continue giving us something fresh.
Yes, another lazy thing is also because it's not compatible. So now he's relaxed up there, he's alone.
Competition.
Who is he competing with? No one. But if you know that you have competition, you're gonna be like, That's why even businesses, they've got like this it's called the SWOT analysis, like where you analyze your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and whatever. I forgot threats as well. Those threats are from other businesses.
Doing the same thing.
Yes, doing the same thing with what's gonna threaten my business from the other business? It's one because that guy does those menus. If let's say it's a bakery, Samuel does cappuccino cakes or whatever. I mean, I'm still doing vanilla. I need to step it up. You know what I mean? So also because he's there. I mean, if someone is up there, Ali Wani, he's not competing with anyone. Yeah. So now even when he also has a responsibility to compete with the overseas guys, other creatives. If you are there in South Africa, if when you say you are the top artist, you need to start competing with the other top artists in other countries. That's how we grow the industry. You need to compete with the Drakes. If when you say you are the
best.
Yeah, you need to compete. That's why I mean, brands like Nasty C for me, I think I like how they sort of balance being here in South Africa, but at the same time, he's very good with that. Whether it's his management or whatever, I think for me he's killing it. Because we still know there's a Nasty C, but even that side, they know Uti Flip. There's a guy called Nasty C.
But you think in the next, let's just say 10 to 15 years, you think our industry will grow or will it grow or will it die out? With everything that is happening around it.
I find that question for me, it's almost like a nightmare question, because my biggest nightmare is the arts of South Africa just going you see. I think that because I'm a creative as well, you see. So I just hope, I think also Nami, I'll just, speaking for myself, I am going to try and do that, right?
Try to balance.
Yeah, from the little things that I can do, I'll try to make sure that the art in South Africa is as big. And also if you're a creative out there, man, just do the same, bro. Whenever you are a rapper, make sure that you drop bars that are going to make people these are bars, bro. Yeah, but if you can't do that, and I know, yes, every country has an identity when it comes to art.
So what you say is that if somebody can't drop bars, they should just quit. And focus on other things.
Yeah, if your rap, it's not encouraging, it's not encouraging, there's no bars, what are you saying in your songs? Honestly, what are you saying? Because like the thing is, people talk about what they have, right? That's why your Drakes, they can talk about Lamborghinis, right? They
do have those.
Yes, you have that. If they have those things, but if you are going to be a rapper and maybe you're still upcoming, and then you're rapping about things that are out of your reality, out of your space, people sometimes, if they know you, they see that, then they're like, come on,
he's capping.
Yeah, you are capping. Talk about your life, bro. Talk about your life. Or just drop bars. Come on.
So, bro, how do you handle? Because I've seen a lot of upcoming talent.
Yeah.
They have this, when you invite them to come to your shows, they just have this attitude of like they're too famous. How do you handle that? Because I've noticed that most of them, you hit them up, and the next thing, is going to be telling you to call his manager, talk to who, blah, blah, talk to his spiritual father, talk to a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. I think for me on my podcast, I'm not gonna lie, I've never came across that. I think everyone that I've approached has been very very kind, and even when they don't want to be on the podcast, they explain why. And it makes so much sense.
They don't just say hi.
Yes.
Next week.
You see, there's actually a creative who said that, I love your platform so much, but then I haven't worked in a couple of years. I haven't done any projects. So if I talk, I'm gonna be talking about things that I've done. I like you know what I'm saying? It makes sense. I was like, but come on, this makes sense.
So you never experienced when you like talk to my
yeah, no, I haven't experienced. I mean, I've experienced people like when they like talk to my manager, they send me an email.
Then you talk to the manager.
Yeah, then I talk to the manager. Maybe this just has been that one yana where the manager is not being a manager.
It's like nah.
Yeah, or sometimes they take time. A lot of time to reply, because I feel like when you say manage, you manage the artist, right? The artist is busy being creative, right? You as a manager, you are there to communicate with all of these stuff, all of these radio stations that want that creative. You need to handle those things. If you rather say, okay, we're busy right now, can you talk next week on Monday or next month? That's fine. Even though to me, I'm going to be like, it's going to be a long time. But then you've communicated, rather than now I'm second texting you and I'm asking, okay, hi, where are we? Are we, And I'm like, so yeah, with that one, hey, bro, some people, it's just that, I think they have that mentality of act like a big brand, and there's a fine line to acting like a dude, there's a fine line. I think you can build your brand as like a very important brand, but then don't be that person.
Don't be that person.
Yeah, come on. Don't be. If you don't want to be in someone's platform,
you explain.
You explain. Like, you communicate that in a nice way, and then
they never, bro. They just tell you next week.
Yeah.
Yo, bro. Because I've seen a whole lot of upcoming talent. They were, most of them, but I was only a platform where they can actually share the stories. But once you hit them up, they tell you, contact my manager, contact my landlord, contact Banban. Once you contact those people, they will tell you that, okay, next week it's next week, and they never pitch up.
And no follow-ups.
Nothing
like that.
And they're still gonna complain that we're not given enough platform.
Yeah, I think also it's a thing of like when you're a creative and you like, now my first interview has to be on a big platform or YFM or SABC or whatever. But then your work says something something else. So I think also as creatives we should also be comfortable to start where you are. Start where you are and grow. Be in love with the process. That's why some people are talented, but then they just want to get there fast and like I have to be, But then, that's why also with the contracts thing. Perhaps if you're patient and your sort of your career, you were patient with this wahola, you grew. Perhaps you're gonna get to a point where you learn about the contract. That okay, as an artist, yes, there's someone, actually the person lives around in our hood, who has a fire song, fire song. But then I asked the person, did you register this song so that when it's now on radio, they are able to get paid? Yeah,
get royalties and all that.
Person now starts registering. What do you mean? So you see, because now it's like, but come on now, because now someone can steal this song.
Yeah.
If I was a musician and I was also desperate, I'm like,
take that song you register.
Yeah, or get a check ke pop ke be le hit, ke khono ya khantlo high. You know what I mean?
But do you think the reason why they don't really register music and other things, do you think it's because they are lack of information or laziness? Lazy to actually,
I think it's lazy. Yeah, one of some people is just that some people don't take the art serious. Mutu wants to be a creative whenever they want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Like
yeah, if you are going to be a creative, it's like how can I even explain this? It's like that's why people get pissed off when you're an artist and you take 2 years to release an album. And now your fans are like, come on, Bora, where are those songs? It's because you said that you're an artist and you sort of built something with those people. So now they want you to feed their soul every time.
But
you get a few.
But the writing process takes time, man.
Yeah, it does. It does.
The writer's block,
Yes. I'm just trying to highlight that part, Yoguti. That's why people get too attached with that. So so it's just that we just have to be serious about, we take this thing serious. If you say you're a radio person, be a radio person. People have to know
research about that.
Yeah, do research. Yeah, so if you're an artist,
do research about
what
you need to do.
Right now, for example, right now there's a lot of things going on of like artists being robbed. It's everywhere. You see it. Yes. So you can't be an artist and you're telling me that you don't bump into those videos, whether on platforms like TikTok or whatever. You see those things, but then you still like, don't you have, like, how is your curiosity? I mean, is it that low that you can't be curious to want to search more? You know what I mean? So people should search. In fact, you must search and know and ask. Ask. Don't say if someone is a radio presenter and they're not maybe up there, you're not gonna ask them. May I ask you, dude, how do you do this? How do you do this? Yeah, so that I'm a wholesome creative.
Then you get to know
what
you need to do and what you don't have to do.
Yes.
Because I feel like if you don't ask, you're just gonna fire songs.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there on your laptop.
Yeah. Bro, and that pisses me off. It pisses me off because as an artist, you have a big role as well. Your music does a lot to people. That's why sometimes, even as Nje, when you're just sad, sometimes you think of a song, let me download that song, and you play it, and it makes you feel good. Yeah, when it's an artist who made that song. You know what I mean?
Then so ukuthi umuntu wakhona akaregister.
Yeah. So people should view it, or maybe ufa uya famaje and then has a hit, but then hasn't even child. You know, and there was no one blocking. There was no one blocking. It was just them not doing more research.
The reason why I ask you that question, it's that, especially when it comes to music.
Yeah.
I feel like somehow, yes, we do have gatekeepers.
Yeah.
But somehow, I just feel like artists are lazy.
Yeah.
They're lazy to do research.
Yeah.
Because just imagine having a Spire song, but you don't even know what you have to register. You just know that you just need to release music. Yeah. And when your song doesn't make money, you're gonna start saying what? Somebody's blocking my sponsor and all that. But you could have just went and started doing research. There's platforms like Sambro, your Capasso, where you need to register music. So I feel like somehow, yes, to a certain extent, yes, there are people blocking, but I feel like some they just don't push enough to reach that stage.
No, that's true. That one, 100% agree. Yeah, it comes back to, you need to be able to research about your craft. What is your craft? It's like comedy, dog. People like pop-ups, they in other platforms, they highlight what is comedy. You're like, oh, okay, so comedy is not just hokwarana,
crack.
Yes, it's an art, mfana. You gotta be able to read the room. You gotta be able. People like Lois Ogola, they're very smart, mfana. You must be that person who's curious. So that's the only thing I can say, bro. Let's just take our craft serious and let's not be that lazy. Spend those sleepless nights and find out what makes it good. But even models, it's not just about the figure. It's not. They ask you, Jorge, what do you think about the current state of the economy or the current? So if you're a model and you don't do your research about your country, but you still want to be Miss South Africa, it's like, Muto, it's not about beauty, it's not about the sash or the crown. Yes, it's part of it. It's part of it.
You also need to be well equipped.
Exactly.
You need to know what's happening.
Yes, you must, when you talk, you must make sense. When they ask you, you must make sense with, okay, this person is, you must make me feel like, okay, this lady is going to make a change. I go to, you're all about the figures, or the dress was nice, whatever. It's just priorities.
I think you prioritize other things, because internet is here.
Yes.
You can do a lot of things. You can research about anything. Google is there for a reason.
Eish, bro, that one I don't know, Faith. I don't know, cause I think we can. It's so sad. I've tried my best. I've sent emails to radio stations and they would say pull through. We're from the SABC. We've been there not because we are better or we are whatever, but it's because of having the hunger to see that radio station, to actually learn from one button. They must show you what does that button do. No, this button you press it when you from an ad break and then you wanna put the bad music down and whatever. Oh, what is a bad music? You need to ask. The problem also, we think we know, and then when we're now giving a platform, we're given a platform. Good, okay, my brother, you said you're a radio presenter. You said you're a model. Here's a show. I'll refer 3 hours there. And then
you struggle.
And then you struggle, and then you whatever. Besides the nerves, everyone has nerves. But then people can tell with Avela this one was glimmering. All this time you've been saying, no, me and my so let's love it.
But with radio, have you ever gotten a gig at any radio station?
I've been doing more of like online radio.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing online radio, and then I think one of my goals is to be on the Studio FM, my community radio station, is to also contribute, because I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a part of me that I have to give to my community. There's a part of me that I have to give to my community. It's just that I'm still also prioritizing other arts things that I'm doing, so I don't wanna, start there. But then otherwise, I haven't been on like a radio. but then I've been in terms of the programs that I've applied for. The 5FM mentorship programs, Hot
Oh, you did that?
919. Yeah, I did that one, which was intense, crazy.
But how was the experience? Like,
Oh, the experience was nice, bro. The experience. That's when I realized that, hey, Spa, you've been saying that you love radio, but then radio is work, bro.
this is not easy.
There's work from content, to you finding your voice, to you being able to relate with people, and also you as a broadcaster, you need to have a personality. That's why you call the radio personality, right?
Yes.
Because also your personality has to come through. It can't be just you saying, welcome back, welcome to the show again. So today we're going to talk about
you need to have that energy.
Yes, also we must give, if you're a calm person and you're on radio, that's why some can't do they can't apply in other radio stations because they're too calm. So perhaps they can go to yes, they can still go there and maybe try improvise, but then some just prefer going to like the more relaxed radio stations, your SAFM, your Kaya's, your other radio stations. Yeah. So also you need to know also yourself with or if you're a good person, because some people are very good. I feel like there's some people who can do talk radio and music,
music show.
Yes, I still believe that there's some people who can improvise like that. Just as there's listeners who don't like music. Why? They want
obviously those who want you to actually say something.
Yes, that's why if you listen to your SAFM, they talk why they music. When they play music, is for you to go to the toilet
and come back.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between an online radio station and your normal radio FM?
Yeah. So I think online for me it's also like technically I've realized there's a difference. I mean, online you can just get a software and or a sound whatever, and then you use that. But then with radio, there's a lot of things that you need to consider. Yes, there's a lot going on. And yes, now I see there's some online radio stations that are trying to make that type of frequency radio to be on the
FM.
The FM with the news. They're starting to put news as well. They're starting to do 3 hour and sharing and stuff. But then it's you can also say online radio is podcasting to some extent. Yeah, to some extent I think it's podcasting. So I think that's the difference, the technical stuff, and also maybe just simple things like features.
Even the price is not the same.
Yeah.
Because on the FM you're gonna have a lot of pressure. There's gonna be a lot of callers.
Yeah. You see, that's what I'm saying. Even the features, there's a lot with radio. You must think for the person with the news. Think of this feature. Think of the time. Radio is time, right?
Since you say that you do a lot of things for your community, you always want to give back.
Yeah.
Where do you want to see your community in the next coming years? Let's just say 5 to 10 years. Where do you want to see it go?
Beautiful question, bro. That's a beautiful question. Nazi, I'm so passionate about Deep Sloot. I'm from Deep Sloot, by the way, for those who don't know. I'm so passionate about Deep Sloot that I have, as I said, as I was working, giving back to my community with the 2 organizations I was working with, I got to find talent. Right now, there are students that listen to my podcast as well because I've built a relationship with them from when I was working with those 2 organizations, and then until now, they still listen because they're like, I'm also into art, I'm also into what can I do. Then some I tell them, I'm honest with, hey, you see, with your type of art, I'm not really clued up. Perhaps you can try this platform to find more information. And then for those who are into radio, I tell them, no, just do 1, 2, 3, and just be honest. Also, we need people who are gonna be honest with these upcoming. Don't lie now and say no, whatever. Just be honest, bro. If you don't know, if I don't know, I tell you, I'm where I am, ne?
But some people, they think if they say they don't know, it simply means they die.
Yes,
so that's why they keep
no,
saying,
man.
you know, and end up saying wrong things.
Because now you are misleading. This I can bet with my life. There's a young person out there who had their hope crushed to be in the industry because of someone who couldn't just say, I don't know. You know, they just told them lies, or you know, they just told them weird things. So they're like, you're still young. You don't know about contracts and whatever. You're still young. You need someone who's gonna be patient with you, and so that's what I mean. A mentor doesn't have to be someone who's well established in the industry. Even Mia can be a mentor. Even you can be a mentor as long as you say the right stuff. It's about saying the right stuff, directing these young upcoming artists to the necessary platforms. Make sense, man. Don't
just say things because you want to say things. You want to sound smart.
Yes, it's not nice. It's frustrating because some of us are trying to encourage these people. You know, don't be an enemy of new talent. Don't be an enemy. Be a lover. Love the new talent. When you see someone who's new and they singing, bro. And there's a lot of people who can sing. That's another problem that we have. People who can sing but have their hope crushed. You know, a person prefers singing kontrom ya bona adlalile sound but you can hear this person is an idol, like, but if you tell them about auditions, their hope is crushed because of someone who's saying.
But do you think we have enough platforms like for creative, like competitions where they could showcase their talent?
In Diepsloot we don't. That one is a fact. In Diepsloot we don't, bro. We don't. For me to be like to go as far as searching for the 5 Fame mentorship programs is because I was like, my community is not meeting me or helping me somehow. We're not saying take me and put me up there. Give me resources, give me information at least.
Information.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't even know of one studio. I don't know. It's probably like maybe a studio in someone's backyard or whatever. But a proper studio of creatives.
Maybe like a community studio.
Yeah, there's a lot of dancers.
There's no that.
Diepsloot, there's a lot of dancers. There's a lot of radio people. Talent that lives in Diepsloot.
Yeah. So you're telling me that there's no community studio where it helps?
Bro, the only studio that I know is the Studio FM. Doesn't count as a studio for me. It's a radio station.
Yeah.
A studio for artists who can come and record. I once heard that it's somewhere by Extension 2. I once heard it's there. I don't know. But then I'm honest. I can't tell you of a place where it's just for creatives. I honestly can't. Where it's just for creatives.
But all this whole show, it makes it difficult for people to actually blow up.
Yeah. Imagine you're a creative and you live in Diepsloot and you want this so much, but then you can't even perform in your kasi. That's the first one. You can't even perform in your kasi. There's someone right now. That's why I appreciate your platform so much, because it's you are highlighting a lot of creatives in Diepsloot. You know, even though yes, you wanna branch out to other cases, you know, but then someone right now will know Uspamandla.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They'll know, this is Uspamandla. Okay, what does he do? You know.
No, this Uspamandla.
Yes, we just need simply these platforms. Even our councillors to just you know, for me, as far as art is concerned, rather you be the councillor, you know what I mean? Rather,
they should just
bro, because honestly it's frustrating. Luckily I'm at a point where I wouldn't say I'm up there, you know. I'm ultimately like up there, but then I think I'm moving as a creative, you know, as a brand. I'm moving, but there's someone out there who just needs someone to tell them, how do I move?
Because I think information, I think especially for young people, like
Yeah.
the upcoming generation.
Yeah.
You need to feed them with information.
Yeah.
But the only if this generation or somebody, what are we gonna feed the younger ones?
And then you see this one is a big one. It's a big one. And
But the councillors, have you ever? I mean, the community.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of creative. There's a lot of forums.
yes.
Isn't there a platform where one can actually address the concern about such situations? Yeah.
So far, me, I don't know of any. I just know a forum for community work. As I've said, I've done community work as well. I know a place where organizations that work in the community, they come together and they they talk about challenges, strategies, problems that people in Diepsloot are facing as far as education and health is concerned. So I know that one. But the other one, I'll be
Like
lying.
the people who are actually in charge of the art department.
Sure, I'm not even sure about that. I'm not even sure about that. But then I'm not. I mean, there's holes where I don't know if that is even considered as a platform where you can just book if you have a choir and you want to go and practice there. And our councillors have done something big. I mean, yes, it's something. I'm not gonna lie, right? But then, as I said initially, when we started the interview, Uguti, the fact that you've done something doesn't mean it's enough. It doesn't mean it's enough.
You need to go back.
Yes, Raibona, okay, sharp. We thank the hosts for people to come dance there, to come host events. We thank that, right? We thank you for that. Do more, bro. Like, I'm not saying I have all the answers and I have all the ideas. I do have some ideas,
Yes, sir.
but then if the councillor really like to consider us, when someone considers
cares
you,
about the
yes, you feel it that this person considers us. And politicians, they're all about but we know you don't know that we did 1, 2, 3, you did 1, 2, 3.
Something that 1, 2, 3 nobody
saw
that.
it.
Nobody saw that.
And then you're asking creatives like, oh, the councillor said they did 1, 2, 3. Did you see it? They're like, I don't know. You see, so we need something tangible, something that is going to help us. Bring the big, even you can't even host a festival in Diepsloot every year. In Diepsloot, other classes are hosting that. In Alex, they're doing that. Why in Alex they do? They bring your kabza. I think last month there was an event there where there was kabza, like proper lineup.
Paid by the government.
Yeah. Even if it's not paid by that, then I guess we will have to hold the councillor there accountable. But then what I'm saying is, they have at least something encouraging. A young person, Odula Kukung, has to see Casper perform, not just go TV. Bring Casper more as a councillor. Pay him to perform that one song. It's fine, as long as I'm gonna be like, I want to be like that person. You are also doing your part in terms of communicating positivity and encouragement into the community. I understand.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but if you're not doing that, you can't even encourage your young ones in your community.
So it's like it's just.
Yes. So that and I feel like politicians sometimes they just make it about, like they make it too technical, which the problem, the funds, whatever. No, know about the technicalities. Yes, you know about the technical part of the whole process. Tina, we don't want to know about that. When I bring that person here, do your part, because now you're gonna tell me about something I didn't go to university and learn about. I'm confused. That's why even sometimes people in the community, they ask you, they're like, load shedding, for example, something that we all relate with. Why finally showed load shedding? Then you give an answer, you put big words there to a Magogo who's just asking, why is Trupang electric?
Well, something that you could just
simplify it.
So, in closing, what message can you, what do you want to be remembered as?
Sure. Ish, bro. I even on social media, those who follow me, I always make a hashtag your world changer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I am that. With all of my imperfections as an individual, because before I'm a creative, I am an individual. Then I become a creative, right? I just want to instill positivity, bro. There's a lot going on. People, there's depression, there's, people who just need someone. Sometimes people just need to hear, or you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just need
you
to-
can do it. Why aren't we just being human first? Let's be human. That's a message I want to send. I want to be that person that is remembered as someone super loved humanity. I want that. That's before we like, no, me, I'm a guy, me, I'm a lady, me, I'm LGBT. Yes, we understand that, but let's see each other as humans first. That's where we're going to be able to succeed in these other stuff. Otherwise, the moment I see you, I see an animal, or I see someone who's offered, like I'm above you, that's a message I'm not willing to send. So yeah, remember, there's a creative as well, a passionate radio presenter, a passionate podcaster, a passionate fashion person, and a lover. I think I got the biggest compliment. I think the past month there was someone who told me that I have a nurturing spirit, right? And I'm not gonna own it. I think God as well does his part as well in sort of making me a brand. He does his part. And I'm grateful that I'm able to see where he builds me with my imperfections, my strengths and my weaknesses, and then for me to try to make sense to the world, bro. So that's what I want to be remembered as, a world changer.
Good stuff, man. Good
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming here, man.
Yeah. I mean, this was nice, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
For a first interview, this was really nice.
Gotta get there. Still gotta get those interviews.
Yeah, this was really nice. Thank you so much, man. I hope you do this to a lot of artists in Deep Sleuth. People in Deep Sleuth should watch this podcast. They should watch it. They should watch it for them to know the creatives here in Deep Sleuth, so that we push together, we go up together. And people, I don't care what people say about you, bro. The fact that you are able to record, edit, and put this out there, that for me is enough. You've done a lot. It's big,
I appreciate that, man.
So people in Deep Sleuth need to know that. They need to know your name. They need to listen to the podcast. And keep on giving people a platform, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
For folks at home, man, that was another smashing episode. Catch you guys next week with another.
When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Yeah, ask for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot,